I am so excited about today's show because my special guest is Jesus. Okay, so he's not really Jesus, but he does play one on TV. In fact, he came to be known as the Smiling Jesus. Wow, who knew Jesus could smile? This creative move set him apart from the ranks of other actors who portray Jesus in previous movies. So don't go away as we find out why he felt Jesus should smile, right here on Faith on Film. Hello and welcome to Faith on Film. As I said on the teaser, my guest today is not really Jesus, but he sure played one on TV. Let me give him a proper introduction. What if you were asked to portray Jesus in a film, to represent him on screen to millions across the world? And what if you were asked to do that again and again and again? Well, our guest today faced that very opportunity and has in fact portrayed Jesus in more films than any actor in history. Bruce Marchiano is an actor, producer, director, author, and ministry director, best known for his actor's portrayal of Jesus in the visual Bible, the Gospel of Matthew, and in the PureFlix hit, The Encounter. Bruce, welcome to Faith on Film. It's so great to have you, man.
It's great to be with you, Isaac. Thank you for asking me to be part of your show.
Oh, absolutely. As I begin to put these shows together, I said, well, I know I have to have Bruce. I mean, I'll have to have Jesus on. So, Bruce, listen, the whole concept of this show is to get to know not just projects, but actually get to know the people involved in these projects, whether they're actors or producers or writers. So what I want to do is take the next few minutes and just find out, who is Bruce Marchiano besides Jesus? Who else is Bruce? Who really is Bruce Marchiano?
Well, I can get my wife in here, and she can answer that question pretty well for you. It actually is very funny. There's public perception of people who do the kinds of things that I do. But then, last night I was late for dinner because I was under the hood of my daughter's car doing repairs. And I just, every once in a while I have a moment and I think, if folks saw this,
right,
they would catch a glimpse of the real Bruce Marchiano. I'm just a regular guy. I was raised in a blue-collar home. Thank God my father taught me how to work on cars because it saved me a lot of money over the years. And I'm just, when I say I'm just a regular guy, I'm not making a joke or playing anything down, Isaac. It astounds me to be involved in the things that I get to be involved in, to participate in the things that the Lord has given me to do. I'm just a guy living in thankfulness and awe of the Lord's goodness every day.
Well, yeah, it's great to know. I always felt like God picked me not because I was this great person, but it's more like because He knew that I wasn't good enough to try things on my own, and I really needed to depend on Him. But He's brought me through amazing things.
Yeah.
So, why did you become the Smiling Jesus?
I started a secular acting career in 1984. I didn't know the Lord back then. I was born again in 1989. Okay. And, my father is Italian and my mother is Syrian. So back in those days, I had really Mediterranean looks. Mm-hmm. So I was getting typecast in kind of bad guy, kind of Al Pacino-ish kind of roles. And my career was moving along, and then I got born again. And it was interesting, without going in details, almost immediately the Lord began to prompt me to just not do these kinds of roles anymore. And shortly thereafter, in 1992, again, we don't have the time to go into the story, I was introduced to a director who was making a new Jesus movie, and he was looking for a more real-looking Jesus as opposed to the typical statuesque, classically handsome guy.
You're not classically handsome?
I had to tiptoe lightly around that, but no, Isaac, I'm not. And that's
Okay.
evident to all your viewers right now. He just was looking for someone more real looking.
Right.
But what he was really looking for was someone who knew the Lord and loved the Lord. So to make a long story short, I auditioned for him, and if he were sitting here, he would tell you that the Lord showed him immediately, this is the guy. And the next thing I knew, I had a beard, and I was on a plane to Morocco, where we filmed the Gospel of Matthew, word for word. And to this day, we did that in 1993. To this day, it's the most astounding adventure of my life.
Hey, you definitely were a different kind of Jesus. I don't know about the handsome or not, but I mean, you're used to seeing Jesus with the long hair and like you said, the statuesque and all that. But the other thing, of course, was that Jesus usually in movies would walk around with a very solemn look, and here you brought out a different kind of Jesus, not only smiling but even playing jokes on people. I remember a scene where you threw water over one of the disciples. That's not something I would normally have seen Jesus do, at least not in the movies.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you where that came from. It wasn't something that I came up with in my first meeting with the director. He's an intensely praying man. He showed me Hebrews 1 verse 9 that says about Jesus, he was anointed with the oil of joy above anyone else. And he told me, Bruce, I've been praying and praying about this, and I'm convinced the Lord would have us represent him as a man of joy. And because of my church background, that was a bit of a head scratcher to me. But again, for time's sake, the Lord just began to show me through my reading of the Word, through my own prayer life, this joy and joy and joy. And thankfully, we took that leap and brought that aspect to the screen. And to this day, all these years later, I receive testimonies from people just so surprised to see Jesus as a man full of life, as a robust man, as a man full of joy and enjoyment of life. And I'm just, again, very thankful.
Yeah, well, you definitely made him look like somebody that you would love to just hang around with. Now, you're not just an actor. Not that there's something wrong with just being an actor, but you're also a producer. And I know there's a movie that you produced a few years ago that deals with a subject that actually is very relevant right now. So when we come back, we're going to take a little break. When we come back, let's talk about that movie some more, all right?
All righty.
Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back.
Sunflowers. To pollinate and reproduce, they turn and face the sun. Nature's way of reminding us that for ultimate growth, we must seek the light. Parables, the leader in empowering entertainment. Parables. Be empowered. Start your free trial today.
I wonder if penguins have knees. I wonder how many colors we can't see. I wonder why there's so many stars in the universe. I wonder if we ever looked like apes.
You want to find out?
boys have belly buttons.
Welcome back to Faith on Film. We're here with Bruce Marchiano today. But before we go on with Bruce, I want you to take a look at this clip, and then we'll come back and talk to Bruce about it.
Who are you?
Well, I'm not a ghost. I'm certainly no angel.
Oh, God.
I was born for you, you were born for me. Come on, take my hand, let's spit.
You gotta go someplace and take care of it. A lot of girls do it. It's Shake's girl. Hey, yo, Shake!
I've got a smile that's
If you have this baby, it'll tear us apart.
I could lose my job for asking you this. But are you sure about what you're doing?
Ooh, my grandmother, she beat my butt. She see me in a place like this.
Do you know that maintenance man over there?
Girl, is you high?
You got my woman and my baby in there. Either they coming out or the D-man coming in.
Looks like we have a winner.
Pay mind to that maintenance man because he's trying to save your baby's life. And he's trying to save yours too.
Why me?
Because I love you, Alice. And I love your little girl, too.
You really gonna go through with this?
Battle is in the will, Alison. I want what I want, no matter the consequences.
What about these girls? What about me? Okay, we need help. We're just trying to live our lives. What, we're supposed to just drop everything and become a mommy?
She's a precious woman, Rick. Go after her.
I could get a better job. Forget about Rick. Yeah, who needs a guy like that?
Be a man!
That's the magic. It just whew, goes away.
I set before you the path of life or death. Choose life, so that you and your children and your children's children may live.
Now, what about your little girl?
I just can't.
The clock's run out on her, Alison. They're coming for her now.
I need more time.
There is no more time.
I'm not ready to be a mom.
Well, obviously, this film has to do with the value of life all the way from inception. It's a pro-life movie, which is something that is a very, very current topic right now. Yet you did this film several years ago, Bruce. Well, why? What do you think was why did you decide to do a pro-life movie? I mean, now you're still Jesus in the movie, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, but what caused you to want to do a pro-life movement or a pro-life movie?
Well, it's an issue that's very, very close to my heart, and you know, as a filmmaker, it takes so much work and resources to create a film that it's like, if I'm going to do that much work, I'm going to make sure it counts for something. Wow. So it's an issue that's very important to me, number one. Number two, you know, it's an issue that just brings out a lot of arguing and a lot of rah, 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 and that's highly understandable. And there's a lot of work on the political level, and it's all wonderful and everything. But I got to thinking, to use that old expression, what would Jesus say to a young woman struggling with her pregnancy? What would he say? And that's what I wanted to address in Alison's choice. The heart of Jesus.
Yeah.
Not only for the woman, but for the little one inside her. So what we get in Alison's choice is we get Jesus pleading with this young woman for the life of her baby.
Yeah, and there was a scene in the clip, in fact, that we just saw where Jesus literally was, I mean, you could tell the pain was there. He was crying. So this is really dear to his heart, isn't it?
I believe so. And, you know, it's very interesting, that scene. I remember when we did it, the tears were just spontaneous. The broken heart of Jesus for the many lives lost. And I remember the cinematographer, he came to me after the scene. He said, I think we should do it again. He said, I think it was a little too much. And I looked at him and I said, no, people need to see that. They need to understand that the throne room of God is flooded with tears for these precious little ones.
Yeah, to me that was a very impactful scene because it really showed just the pain that I think God must feel when he sees what we're doing. When I say we're, I don't mean me or you, but just in general what humanity's doing right now. Sad to see how little value. I see the news reports that come out and just the people with such passion that talk about how we should have the choice to be able to terminate pregnancies. Not even early on, but at this point, even I think an hour before a baby's born, they feel like it's okay to terminate their life. I don't understand it.
It's pretty remarkable, Isaac. It's remarkable that highly educated people can turn a blind eye to a living baby. I saw recently that a politician was speaking about gun control, and she used the quote, it's unacceptable that our children are being slaughtered. Right. And at the same time, she voted against a bill that would require a surgeon to try to save a baby's life if it was unwanted. I mean, it's just remarkable. And I think the scripture uses the term seared conscience. It's remarkable to see that veil.
Yeah, and I know there's a movie that just came out recently. When this show airs, it will just have come out. And it was given an R rating because of the subject matter, basically because it showed an abortion. And it was just interesting to feel like a 15-year-old girl can have an abortion without checking with her mom, without getting her mom's or dad's approval, but she can't go see a movie about abortion. I mean, we're in an upside-down world here.
It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
I'm very, very thankful to say that we've had many testimonies of mothers who have changed their minds after seeing Alison's Choice. This movie you're referring to, Unplanned,
yes.
Everybody go see it. Please bring your friends to go see it. We need to do everything we can to save children's lives.
Well, we're going to take another break, and then we're going to come back and talk about another project you're doing. And guess what, folks? He's Jesus. Well, actually, it's about Jesus, but you're not playing in it. But we're going to find out more when we come back, all right? We'll give it a chance to talk about it. So, folks, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Sight and Sound Theaters invites you to experience one of the most powerful Bible stories ever told.
Samson, you're going to deliver our people from the Philistines.
God gave him the strength to fight thousands.
Where does he get his strength from? Nobody's that strong.
But his greatest challenge will be living with his own choices.
Who are you?
Delilah.
We want you to find out the secret of his strength.
We will destroy Samson.
Playing in Branson for one last encore season. Get ready for a mighty adventure for the whole family.
You are my rock and my strength. Be with me today.
Samson, live on stage at Sight and Sound Theaters in Branson, Missouri.
I wonder how long a dolphin lives. I wonder if they can make cookies in space. I wonder when people started brushing our teeth. I wonder if people and dinosaurs ever lived together.
Want to find out?
I wonder how much a cloud weighs.
Cell reproduction, more than duplication. It's careful selection and organization, ensuring the perfect balance for development and growth. Powerful, so is our programming. Parables, the leader in empowering entertainment. parables. Be empowered. Start your free trial today.
Welcome back to Faith on Film. We're here with my good friend Bruce Marchiano, a.k.a. Jesus. Now, Bruce, you've got a new project that you're working on now, which is about Jesus. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, the very first Jesus film I ever did was a word for word, verse by verse, 100% scriptural film.
Okay.
And I just saw through the many testimonies just the power of God's word on film, and so this became a passion of mine. So transitioning behind the camera as I get older, I'm producing a word for word film of the gospel according to John. So this is my new passion. I've been at it for years and years. But I think we're very close to putting down a camera and going for it. So the gospel according to John, word for word, verse by verse.
Fantastic. So you're not going to be Jesus because you're a little older than Jesus was actually by the time he was crucified?
Just a little, Isaac. I've long passed up and I can physically represent the Lord accurately, right. So I'm passing the baton. But I can promise you, I don't take casting Jesus lightly. Me and the guys I'm working with have been praying hard. Lord, send us the right guy.
And I imagine you're going to make sure and find a good Jesus that smiles, right?
He's going to smile. He's going to smile bigger than I ever did. He's going to take it to a whole new level.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, how can people participate with you on this? How can they help you? Do you need any help?
Yes, I need a lot of help. The difference between a movie getting made and not getting made is unfortunately funding. I'm funding this film through donations, and there's a reason for that. I want it to be available for ministry above and beyond business and commerce.
Yeah.
So people can be a part of it. The website they can contribute to, it's just my name, brucemarchiano.com. I'm a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Checks will be written to Marciano Ministries. Every donor gets a screen credit, just like with Alison's Choice. So please, I invite everyone. Small donations, $5, $10. We put it all together. We make a movie that can change people's lives.
Well, I think that's actually a great model that I believe is a model that God's putting in our hearts here about this, because when you have to deal with investors, then they put all their money, you get the movie made, and then you have to make sure and have that movie make all this money so that you can pay them back, because if not, they're not going to be too happy with you. And it just it takes it away from that whole ministry aspect of these movies. I mean, I'm actually working on some movies right now that I want to use that model because I want to be able to give the movies away. I don't want to have to worry about selling them, and if you can't buy it, then sorry, you can't watch it. I'd rather literally give them away. So I think it's a very godly model. I'm glad you're going in that direction.
That means a lot, Isaac. Thank you very much. Yes, with Alison's Choice, we just gave away thousands of DVDs. Excellent. And again, in this model, we have the freedom to do that. So thank you for that confirmation.
You bet. Well, time has gone by, and it's amazing how quickly it goes when we do these shows. But Bruce, thank you so much for this time that you've spent with us. I look forward to seeing you in person soon, I hope.
Thank you, Isaac. It's great to be with you. God bless you.
Folks, don't go away. We'll be right back.
This summer, come to Orlando and bring your family to the Holy Land Experience, where the true heroes live. See with your own eyes the stories of the Bible come to life as you have never seen them before. Through breathtaking live stage musical productions, you and your family will encounter the true heroes of our history.
I only
memorable moments this summer at Orlando's premier family vacation destination, the Holy Land Experience, where the true heroes live.
I'm Jonah, I'm from Fort Worth.
I'm Noah Long from Colorado.
Hi, I'm Rayma, I'm from Oklahoma.
From TFI, I expected to be in a classroom and to be on set, but what I got was so much more.
I expected a lot of classroom situations, but what I got was a lot more hands-on, and it was more tailored to your interest in the filmmaking world.
A lot of great teaching and information that I could apply to what I love and what I do.
I came to TFI for my mom. She is really passionate about learning film and directing, and so I came as a favor to her, and I'm really glad that I did.
You know, we're at TFI.
Welcome back to Faith on Film. I want to thank our friend Bruce Marchiano for spending some time with us today. I also want to invite you to check out Parables Television, a place where you can watch some great faith and family movies. In fact, Alison's Choice is on Parables TV. So just go to parables.tv, that's parables.tv, and check them out. Also, don't forget to check out our own website, faithonfilmtv.com, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at faithonfilmtv. So until next time, have a blessed week. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Faith on Film. I pray each episode stirs up a desire in you to support good faith-based entertainment. All who are involved in faith-based entertainment are doing so with a strong desire to provide you with content that both inspires and helps you maintain a good, healthy soul. As you know, just like we feed our bodies healthy food in order to maintain good health, we must at the same time feed our souls healthy entertainment to keep it strong. The purpose of this show is to raise awareness about those filmmakers who are creating this great healthy content and to help you get to know them better. So write me and let me know how we are doing. Simply send me an email at faithonfilmtv@gmail.com. That's faithonfilmtv@gmail.com. To stay up to date on new and exciting events, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Faith on Film TV. Also, let your friends know about this show and invite them to like the Facebook page so they too can keep up to date on what is going on with Faith on Film. Thank you and God bless.